This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
So what is going on, everybody? Jay Shy here with another video, and this video is going to be something a little bit more of a realization, I guess you can say. My last video that I put up, I don't think it was a stream that I did, but I think the last video that I did was a video about I think it was, the picture said adapt, and it was something along the lines of how inflation is ruining my channel, because as I stated in that video that my channel has become more, well, even from the beginning, it was more of a collections showcase of me getting things for my collection, me importing unique titles from Japan and playing unique titles that I find that get localization. That all costs money. And with inflation just creeping up to the heavens, I made a video stating that there's either going to have to be one of two things. I'm either going to have to adapt to the said market, or I'm just going to shut down my channel and start something different. A lot of you who have been my subscribers from the very beginning, I consider a lot of you friends, very loyal, and you guys enjoy my content. Even though I've been small time for the past, I don't know, what has it been, 13 years I've been on this channel, and I much rather stay small time, because I feel like when you become big time, you have to, ante up more, you have to basically go above and beyond than what you were doing before. That's just the way I see it. And so I always tried to stay small time. I always tried to stay niche, because I'm into a niche market. It's only a matter of time before probably my niche market turns into something more huge and ginormous. But a lot of you have given me some insight and healthy, I guess, healthy criticism too, which actually helped me see a different path. A lot of you suggested that I don't necessarily need to keep buying stuff. The fact that I talk about things that I enjoy, that's in the niche market that you all enjoy, you guys enjoy that. As long as I can do that, you guys are like, yo, you're cool. You don't have to keep buying, games here and there. Yeah, it's cool, but you don't have to keep doing that. Sometimes it's the history of the games that we like to see. Some of you, well, one of you in particular actually gave me the cool idea that maybe I should look into emulation. For years, I avoided emulation as I got older. I used to play, I used to download a lot of emulating ROMs, back in middle school and high school days. I was already downloading that stuff, Super Nintendo ROMs and, Sega Genesis ROMs, Game Gear ROMs, all of that stuff. I was already doing that stuff. I haven't, I guess, I haven't messed around with emulation of this day and era, because I was so devoted to only buying physical media. I never wanted to see it disappear, so I figure that if I supported that medium as much as I can, it wouldn't fade. The thing is that I'm starting to realize that no matter how much you try to push back a certain, I guess, a certain market, there's always going to be another half that's always going to support the market that you're fighting against. And I think it takes time to realize it, that I was fighting a losing battle. But the other thing is that I was also looking at it from the wrong perspective. It's not that I'm fighting a losing battle, it's just that I saw it as a battle, and it's not. It's just shifting. Markets are changing. Just because certain things are not, and when I say certain things, I mean in terms of digital games. Just because things are going digitally, it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be those niche markets that cater to physical media. And the other thing is this: places like, let's say Limited Run and, strictly limited and all these other limited places, they probably won't last, but you'll still have people like me that will create something, whether it's Retropalooza or some type of convention where a lot of retro game collectors can go to and congregate and have cool debates and conversations. You're always going to have those things. It's just like coin collecting, almost. Like, to us, well, to me and to like other people, coin collecting is a dead art form, right? But there is an underground market of coin collectors that still exist. I guess I have to remain optimistic that that's always going to be around. Now, in terms of the emulating thing, this is something that I actually decided to look back on, is doing emulation. I think that emulation is actually a good route that I should probably, go down for the time being, because for a while now, I've been debating how I can play some old school games that I really, really enjoy using the hardware that I have, because I have a lot of old school hardware. I have, Super Nintendo, I have PlayStation 2, I have PlayStation 1, I have all this old school stuff, but there's a lot of things that I would have to buy hardware wise to get it to link up to my computer, to get it to link to here and there and all this stuff. I'm really into gaming on original hardware, but because there's so much different things that I'm going to need in order to get that hardware to work, it just seems not feasible, period. I'm going to have to I wouldn't say have to. I've basically taken up the notion that I'm fine with emulating in order to keep this channel going, because I do love doing work for this channel. A lot of times I tend to fall out of a creative space and I don't do anything, mostly because things are going on in my life, or I got to focus on work and all these things, or I'm always thinking of different topics to talk about when it comes to this channel. Although my channel is called Shin Megami Talks, when I started this channel, it was mostly Shin Megami Tensei. But I've played every single Shin Megami Tensei game that I've wanted to play through. I've beaten a number of them, and I can't go back and do that stuff all over again. There are new people, taking that spot now, and I'm fine with giving up that spot to a new age of gamers who are more dedicated than I am. I'm fine with that. Now, will I ever pop in DDS on an emulator? I've already downloaded it. Will I pop in Nocturne and do a playthrough? I've already downloaded that too. I'm planning on doing these things. But what I also want to do is I also want to play games that I have in my collection that I've never opened. Like what you're seeing on screen right now is a game that I've had in my collection for years and I never opened it, and it's Baroque, and I decided to emulate it, and I've fallen in love with this game. I hate the fact that I didn't play it before, and I probably would have gotten through it, but I figure if I do it now, why not share it with you guys and you can see it. You guys know that I am a dungeon crawler fiend. Like, I love dungeon crawlers, especially if they're first person dungeon crawlers. If they're roguelike dungeon crawlers, I love those too. Games like Shiren the Wanderer, you guys know I love that. There's another PlayStation 2 a dungeon crawler that I downloaded. It's like Nightmare Fujima Dungeon. I love that game, and I'm probably gonna do a video of me playing that while I do a discussion, just like I'm doing here. But I am deciding to adapt instead of just quit. I figure I adapt to this style, which is a commentary style over some old school gameplay with topics that I want to talk about. I also, if you guys don't know, I am also teaming up with Game Escape, who is another collectibles channel, and we're doing a podcast together called the Nights On Lights Off podcast, where we talk about Japanese gaming and today's topics in gaming and stuff like that. We're doing that. I'm also, if you guys don't know, if you're into old like trading card games, I also started another channel that has my store, and I do videos on that channel too. It's called Akiba Exchange. I'm also doing that. So I am trying to adapt to the way things are going around me. I can't buy as much anymore. I think my last pre-order for anything imported is in February. I haven't pre-ordered anything since. I don't even go to the website anymore because I just can't buy anything. I can't buy anything. The money has to go somewhere else, and I'd much rather it go to food. So yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Probably gonna do Rule of Rose, or maybe another dungeon crawler. I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I've been playing an emulator for quite some time now, and I actually have been playing it since Thanksgiving, and it's all through the weekend. I've been playing nothing but emulated games because Baroque has me attached to it right now. So until next time, everyone, peace.